Hey there guys, theBolderBoulder here with another Hero Factory mock review. Today I will be reviewing Ezbaan, the main anesthesiologist from the villain researcher team. Alright, so here is Ezbaan. So first I'll give you a 360 view of this character. Give you a good look at all of the angles that you might see him. So, one of the first things you might notice is that he does have a few similarities with Darkon, because they're part of the same team. Ezbaan, like Darkon, has these white armor plates right here in the arms, upper legs, and the torso, which is mainly to represent a lab coat. And he also has this villain core right here as well. And he's also got this tube right here, which is one of the commonalities between pretty much all villains that are under the control of the villain leaders. Which is, it's sort of like a rank system, I suppose, or a way of distinction between hunters and other villains that are controlled by the villain leaders. Another thing you'll probably notice are the little spikes on his shoulders. Every single member of the team has spikes on their shoulders like that to, I suppose, have a way that they look like their leader, Darkon. And he is biomechanical. But all of the rest of the researchers on the team are completely robotic. And all of them are trained to be able to defend themselves if need be. And all of them are equipped with some sort of weapon. Oops. Put that back on there. And so, for instance, Ezbaan has this small sword that he is quite good with fighting with, actually. If there's someone who was to attack him, or if there was a experiment they were working on and something went wrong and the creature is completely out of their control, all of the villain researchers would have some sort of weapon to be able to defend themselves with, and probably end up destroying the creation or experiment if it attempts to attack them. So, another thing is these white pieces on here are sort of supposed to represent gloves, and these white feet are supposed to represent shoes as well. But on Darkon, he had similarly colored lower leg armor and feet, and those were supposed to represent boots. But this guy doesn't really wear boots, he just has these white shoes and white gloves, and this gunmetal gray armor. So, I don't really have much of a backstory for this guy, other than that he's very intelligent, and that he is the main anesthesiologist for the villains researcher team. He's highly trusted, like a majority of the villain researchers team. Some of them are newer, so not everyone really knows them, but over time, the villain researcher team will become highly respected among all villains that are under the control of the villain leaders. Now, hunters, on the other hand, could care less what the villains have to say, and what their decrees are and such. But these guys are very loyal to the villain leaders as well. And he is a big partaker in the project that very few other villains outside of the castle really know what goes on. So it's very mysterious, like I've said before, and you'll have to keep on reading throughout the story to figure out what it's all about. It's quite interesting, actually, and more about their project will be revealed over time and throughout the story, I can assure you of that. But once again, I don't want to spoil too much. So, on this MOC, I wanted to use a Bionicle head once again. And this head seemed to fit the character pretty well, you know? It's slightly on the large side, but I think it worked out since I used longer limbs to try to compensate for that. And this is a very unique head design that was really only used in one series that I'm aware of. But I thought it was pretty cool, and I came up with a way to connect it to the Hero Factory body, so I went ahead and used it. Right here on the back, I've got this white foot to mainly cover up on the back, and thankfully it went all the way up here to cover up on the neck so it doesn't look quite so scrawny. And from the front, the head usually covers that up, that little connection point. And as you can see, it's not really a very complex character at all, really, because, you know, they're just the villain researchers, and I didn't think they needed to be too complex anyway. But they are important characters. It's just the fact that, really, they aren't really super strong characters or ones that are seen commonly. They mainly stay inside the castle to work on their experiments and projects and such. So, that is basically all I have for you guys. Also, I want to let you guys know that part 5 of the plan is now up on my blog. Be sure to check that out. I've got a link down in the description below. And I hope you guys are liking this story so far. Please let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. So I'll see you guys again in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.